Now, one of the advantages of having thousands and thousands of followers is that they send you stuff and they send you stories that you might have missed. And this was one that I definitely missed, and I'm so bloody glad you all sent it to me. So to everyone that sent me this story, thank you. You've made my day, week, month, probably even year, because this is one of the greatest stories for a bloke that rants about milk floats. It don't get much better than this. So here goes, in case you haven't seen it. See if I'm laughing already, it's brilliant, isn't it? I know what's coming. It's Germany 2024, and they've built a fire station. But being Germans, they want to build the best fire station in the world. So they've spent somewhere between 20 and 24 million euros on a fire station. And then, following the globalist, edicts, they have to make those fire engines milk floats. So they made them milk floats, and they parked them up in their 24 million euro fire station. And they went, look at this, how impressive is this? Then they made the fatal error. Now, for all you milk floaters out there that keep saying that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen, you tell me one example of this happening to a diesel fire engine. Find it. You find an example of where a diesel fire engine did this, because this is what happened. They parked up the milk float fire engine, and naturally it needed to go on charge. So they put it on charge. And then, the irony of ironies, it caught fire. But, being a milk float of large proportions as it's a fire engine, when it caught fire properly. Now, far be it from me to say it was in the best place possible to have that fire put out, but it was in a fire station. Surely there's nowhere better than that for it to be put out. It's surrounded by experts on these matters. If anyone's going to put a fire out on a milk float, it's going to be the German fire brigade, isn't it? Except they couldn't put it out. Not only could they not put it out, it wiped out all the other fire engines. And it wiped out the fire station. And it wiped out the entire thing. All 24 million euros worth of it. Gone. From a charging milk float. That's what caused the fire. This is not Luton Airport. They're not trying to hide the fact that it was a fire engine with lithium-ion batteries that was connected to a mains charging point. It's there. It's in all the articles. So none of you milk floaters can say, oh, you're making that up again. I'm not. It's there. They've admitted it. One fire engine took out the entire fleet, plus the buildings, plus the surroundings, everything. And no matter how many firefighters they threw at it, they couldn't do a thing about it. But of course, milk floats don't catch fire, and when they do, oh no, diesels are far worse to put out than milk floats, aren't they? Except they're not. Now you'd think, that alone, no one was hurt, so it's all right, we can have a laugh about it. You'd think that alone would be the funny side of it. But no, it gets better. Because do you know why they're blaming what they're blaming it on? This £24 million, 24 million euro fire station in Germany burnt down by a milk float on charge. Didn't have any fire alarms. It was an oversight, apparently. I can't believe that Germans don't do oversights. They're sticklers for detail. Just ask Hitler. But apparently it was an oversight, and they never put any fire alarms in the fire station. So when the milk float started burning, nobody knew. I mean, you got to admit, in this country, my mother had the fire brigade round the other day to put a smoke detector in her house, and they go door to door and do it. So you'd think they'd probably have a look at their own place and go, do you know what, we probably probably have at least one smoke detector in here somewhere that goes beep beep every month when your battery runs out. But no, they didn't have it. So there's somewhere in Germany, I didn't get quite where the place was. I was too busy. Tears were in the way of reading the rest of the article. Somewhere in Germany, a milk float fire engine has burnt all the other milk float fire engines and the milk float fire station that all the milk float fire engines were in, and wiped out 24 million euros worth. And you wonder why I say future my arse. I just think if one story sums up the folly of milk floatery, there it is, right there. So thank you to each and every one of you that sent me that article over the weekend. Sorry I didn't reply. I was drunk. But worth the wait. And my God, what a story. Google it for yourself. Have a read. Milk float fire engine burns down milk float fire station. Future my arse.